I'm Heather Pham, and I am the widow of OPP Constable Vu Pham, who was shot and killed in the line of duty on March 8th, 2010 in Huron County. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a Monday morning, and there had been a call come in to the comms center. It was a Chuck well-being call. It seemed fairly straightforward. They were assured that all of the man's firearms were accounted for, so they headed out to the residence that they were to check and found it empty. As they were leaving the residence, my husband encountered the suspect vehicle. He radioed his partner, requesting backup, and as soon as he pulled over the vehicle, the man exited and immediately shot my husband. He really had no warning of the danger that he was in. When I arrived at the hospital, there was a sea of media and officers, and there was one officer that I knew personally. He had been a partner of my husband's, and I just immediately went to him, and he just said, "Heather, it's not good. He's been shot in the head, and it's not good." I was able to be with him while he succumbed to his injuries later that day. Telling 3 boys that they will never see their father again this side of heaven is probably one of the most devastating things I've ever had to do. They were 7, 10, and 12 at the time, so fairly young, but old enough to understand. They took it hard, obviously, but they're great kids. They're very strong, and they hold on to the good memories. He was a very dedicated father. He was a dedicated husband, community member, coach, and police officer. I'm sure that everyone in the office had heard stories about his 3 boys because he was the proudest father I have ever met. They were his pride and joy. He enjoyed hunting and hockey and fishing, and they spent a ton of time together. His dream was always to be a police officer from the time that I met him, and I feel like he overcame a ton of obstacles. He escaped war-torn Vietnam as a young child and was separated from his biological mother at the border. He basically was an orphan when he arrived. He lived with a family. He could not speak English. They could not communicate. He was stubborn. His main goal was to be the best in English class and to be able to speak without an accent. And to talk to him, you would never know that he was a first-generation immigrant. He played a little bit of hockey when he was young, so he enjoyed hockey and got involved in coaching. He coached some soccer as well. And yeah, absolutely loved being either on the bench or in the stands, and attending everything that he possibly could, sometimes in the arena in uniform. The boys are now 19, 21, and 23, and 2 of the 3 are interested in pursuing policing. They're amazing, well-adjusted adults who just really miss their dad. We love to talk about him, laugh, reminisce, and just appreciate the memories that we have. We enjoy attending the memorial and the events. Having his sacrifice remembered is very important to the boys and I. It helped get us through some very tough times. I think it's important that the individual police forces support their members attending the memorials. I think that they should be supported in any way possible because it's such a great encouragement to the families. It's also important for us to be there and support and meet the new families as they go through what we went through, and as they become part of that family, we are then able to help support them.